This evening, we will be focusing on opening up the hips. We will do our regular kind of slow flow, and then working into some yin postures, working into the fascia of the body. And then we will also be ending with some restorative poses as well. So thank you for joining me this evening, and let's get started. So if you do have props with you, a blanket would be nice, or two if you have a couple blankets at home. A yoga bolster or yoga pillow will become helpful at some point during this practice. Or if you don't have a pillow, you can grab some couch pillows, or even double up on blankets or pillows from your bed. Blocks, if you use blocks in your practice, you can go ahead and grab those as well. Otherwise, that's okay. You might not need them. You can grab some extra pillows if you'd like. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to come to an easy seat just on your mat. So finding an easy seat to begin. Grounding down through the sits bones. If you want to sit on a blanket or a pillow, that might be helpful too, just to help relax the hips, and then also to feel a little bit more supported, being able to sit a little bit more straight up. So let's just begin taking a couple deep breaths, inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Let's do a couple more just like that. Big inhale. Maybe bring the shoulders up by the ears. Roll them back and down as you open mouth, exhale. Another one like that. Big inhale, fill up the body. Maybe bring the shoulders up by the ears. And then as you exhale, go ahead, relax them down. Open mouth. One more big inhale. And on this exhale, slowly close your eyes. So allowing yourselves to feel grounded through the sits bones. Sitting up a little bit taller, elongating the spine, elongating the back of the neck just by slightly tucking the chin. And drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky. You can just allow your arms, your hands lay comfortably on your legs or in your lap. And just begin to become that observer of the breath. So starting our practice in that pause before we begin. This allows us to arrive in this space, arrive in the present moment. And then as you inhale, feel the belly expand, the rib cage all the way up to the collarbone. And then as you exhale, release the breath softly out through the nose or the mouth as everything draws back towards the spine. And you can think of everything just emptying out. So as we carry this breath through our body, I want you to imagine as we inhale all the joys, maybe all the challenges that we had during the day today. And then as you exhale everything out, imagine releasing, letting go all the joys, all the challenges, any tensions from the day. So this awareness of maybe what happened today, the conversations we had, the activities we might have done or not done, maybe the sun shining, maybe the things that you saw, maybe the things that you ate, maybe the thoughts that you might have thought of today. And then allowing yourself to see them, feel them, and then releasing them out on every exhale from the body, the mind, and the self. Allowing this time to reset. I'm going to take a couple more breaths here. Nice and slow. Allowing our bodies to prepare for some ease, some relaxation, some release, and some softness. And allowing the mind to release any thoughts that come about. Knowing that they're no longer needed for the day as we prepare to relax and get ready for sleep. One more breath here. And then nice and slow, you can blink the eyes open. Come off the prop if you were on the prop. Just set it to the side. We'll come back to it. We're going to gently roll onto our backs. Drawing the knees into the chest right away. Wrapping the forearms around the shins and rocking side to side. So go ahead, I'd like you to stay with that smooth, steady breath. So maybe counting to the count of 4 or 5 on the inhales. And then slowly releasing on the exhales, maybe for the count of 6 or 7. So just lengthening the exhale just a little bit more than that inhale through this practice. Maybe awakening that parasympathetic nervous system, a time to digest, relax, reset. Nice and slow, inhale, full body stretch, release the legs long, arms overhead, roll out the wrists, roll out the ankles. And then nice and slow, drawing one knee to the chest, then the other knee. Go ahead, release the left foot down on the earth, extend the right leg up to the sky. So I'd like you to grab onto whatever you can, maybe it's the back of the knee, maybe it's the calf, the ankle, and gently pull it towards the chest. So it's okay to bend the knee here, just breathe. Nice and slow and steady. And then nice and slow, we're going to bend that right knee towards the armpit. And then we're going to take our right hand and grab for maybe the calf, the ankle, or maybe the outside of that right foot for a half happy baby here. We can gently open up through the left knee by rolling onto the pinky edge of that left foot. Left hand can be on the belly, the heart, or just down by the side. We're going to gently pull that right knee towards the armpit and maybe add a little sway side to side. Keep the face soft and the breath smooth. And then nice and slow. Your option to lengthen in through that left leg. Right knee is going to come across the body for an easy supine twist. Maybe take the gaze over the right shoulder. Breathe. Nice and slow. We're going to draw it back to center. Drop both knees into the chest. Nice little squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. And then nice and slow, right sole of the foot to the earth. Straightening through that left leg. Grabbing maybe behind the knee, the calf, maybe the ankle. Drawing that left leg in just a little bit. Try to keep the upper body a little bit relaxed, but you're using a little strength to pull that leg towards the body.
How many times I tell you're lovely just the way you
One
are.
more breath.
Don't let the world
And then nice and slow, bend the left knee. Grab for the calf, the ankle, or the outside of that left foot. Draw that knee down towards the armpit. And then gently roll onto the right side of that right foot, opening up through the right knee. Hand on the hip, the belly, the heart, or the arm down by the side. And then gently add that rocking kind of side to side as you gently pull that left knee down towards the earth. Breathe.
How many times can I say?
And then nice and slow. Option to straighten through that right leg if you want. You can keep it bent. Left knee across the body. Maybe tee out that left arm. Gaze over the left shoulder. Nice easy supine twist. Breathe.
If only you could love yourself the way.
And then nice and slow, draw that knee back to the chest. Same with the right knee. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then either roll to the right, coming up to a seat, or maybe rock yourself back and forth a couple times, coming up to an easy seat at the top of the mat. Big breath in, arms sweep out and up, palms touch. Exhale down through heart center. One more like that. Big inhale, down through the sits bones. Maybe take the gaze up. And then exhale down through heart center. So we're just going to add some nice little movement. So the right hand's going to come behind the back. Left arm is going to sweep up and over. And then as we exhale, we're going to kind of hinge at the hips, reaching forward, then the left hand behind the back, right arm reaches up and over, opening up through the chest. So just moving nice and slow, sweeping it forward, leading with the right arm, moves behind the back, left arm opens up. And then just use your breath to connect the movements here. So just moving slow, kind of circling through the hips. Breathing. Let it feel good. And kind of feel like working out those kinks from the day. Whether we were super active today or not. Let's do one more each side. And then nice and slow, we're going to come back up through center. Inhale, both hands come up, palms touch. Exhale, right arm's going to go down to the right. You can bend through the forearm. Left arm sweeps up and over. So just a lateral stretch to the right. Then both arms come up. And then we're going to take a lateral stretch to the left. Reach the right arm up and over. So adding to this motion of moving side to side with your breath. Maybe even closing the eyes. There's no right or wrong way to move here. Just allowing yourself just to move to feel good. We'll do one more each side. One more here on the right. And then up and over to the left. And then nice and slow, we're going to hinge it forward over the legs here. So if you need to move that right shin out in front a little bit, or whatever leg you have in the front, you can move it up, out to the front of your mat a little bit, and then hinge over. Breathe. Nice and slow. Lift up the chest a little bit and then walk yourself over to the right. So you're going to hinge over that right leg a little bit. Still sitting in Sukhasana, easy seat. Let the head be heavy, neck be soft. Inhale, bring yourself up a little bit. Walk yourself over to the left side. So you're kind of hinging over that left leg. Breathe. Nice and slow. Draw yourself back up. And then we're just going to switch the cross of the legs. So opposite leg in front. Inhale, bring the arms up, and then exhale, we're just going to hinge it forward over those legs. Nice and soft and subtle. Breathe. Nice and slow, lift yourself up, walk yourself over to the left, and kind of hinge over that left leg. Again, let the head be heavy, neck be soft. Nice and slow, inhale, bring yourself back up, walk yourself all the way over to the other side, kind of hinging over that right leg. Nice and slow, bring yourself back up. Just rock over your shins, coming to a tabletop position. So shoulders in line with the wrists, hips and knees aligned. We're just going to activate that core, finding some spinal balance. So neutralizing the lower back, think of tailbone towards your heels. Inhale, right arm goes long, and left leg comes back. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe here as you reach a little bit further in each direction. Breathe. And then nice and slow, set that down. Other side. Inhale, reach the left arm long, right leg long. Again, draw the low ribs back, protecting the lower back. Breathe. Hip points are down. Nice and slow, set it down. We're going to do a couple more on each side. So inhale, right leg lifts, or right arm lifts, left leg. And then go ahead, bring it down. So just some breath to movement, opposite side. Release. Again, going at your pace, your breath. Just finding a little strength here, a little balance. Let's do one more each side. Last one on this side. And then nice and slow, set it down. We're going to come back, walking back your hands, coming to your shins. So you can tuck the toes under if you would like for that toe stretch, stretching out the feet as well. If it's too much, you can just untuck the feet and come sitting back on the heels. If you need the blanket for a little support behind the hamstrings, you could do that as well. Or even sitting on a block might be helpful too here. Inhale, bring the arms up. Palms touch, exhale down through heart center. Inhale, bring the arms out to a T. Right arm's going to go underneath the left, cross at the elbows, back of the forearms touch. Back of the hands can touch, or the palm of the hands can touch. Draw the forearms towards the front of the mat. Relax the shoulders down. Big breath in. And big breath out. One more like that. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, release the arms up. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, bring yourself down. If you need to pound out the feet, go ahead. We're going to come back sitting on the heels again. So your option to tuck the toes under if you want that little extra stretch. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale down through heart center. Inhale, bring the arms out to a T. This time, left arm underneath the right. Crossing at the forearms, palms can touch, or the back of the hands can touch. Relax the shoulders down, forearms towards the front of your mat. Breathe. You can close your eyes, keep the face soft. And then nice and slow. Your next exhale, you're going to release the arms down and bring them up. Big inhale as the palms touch. And then exhale as you come back down to tabletop. If you need to hammer out the feet, you sure can. Inhale, cow pose, belly drops, heart opens. Exhale, round through the spine, find cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Find a neutral spine here. This time, go ahead, walk yourself back again towards your heels. We're not going to stay here too long. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring them out to a T. Again, right arm underneath left. Cross at the elbows, find Garandasana arms, eagle arms. Big breath in, maybe a little bit of a back bend as you reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring them back down towards midline. Release them. Bring the arms up. Come up to kneeling position, and we're going to step the right leg forward and bring the hips forward. So the right hip sucks back, left hip brings forward. Breathe here. Nice and slow. Inhale, lengthen everything up. Exhale, hands come behind the back. Clasp the hands. Open up the heart here. You can draw those hands down that back leg. Maybe take the gaze up or just keep a neutral neck looking forward. Nice and slow. Inhale, bring your arms back up. Rock the hips back just slightly and draw that right leg back, coming back to kneeling as you exhale the arms down. So we'll do that to the other side. Inhale, up. Exhale, tee out the arms. This time, left arm underneath right. Find Garandasana arms here. As we inhale, push the forearms towards the front and then up towards the sky. As we exhale, come back down to shoulder height. Release the arms up. Inhale. Come up to kneeling. Left leg pops forward, coming into that low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Breathe here. Left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, lengthen up through the side bodies. As you exhale, arms come back behind you. Maybe goofy grip, opposite thumb on top. Open it up. Breathe. Nice and slow. Release the clasp. Inhale, bring the arms up. Rock the hips back a little bit. And then as you exhale, left leg comes down, back to kneeling, come back sitting on your heels, hands at prayer. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring it forward to tabletop. One more cat and cow here. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Nice and slow, find that neutral spine. So we're going to do that one more time, a little bit more breath to movement, getting any of that stagnant energy out. So go ahead, walk your heel or your glutes back to your heels. Inhale, bring the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, bring them down to a T, right arm underneath left, Garandasana arms. Inhale, draws you up, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, as you come back down through shoulder height, release the arms, come up to kneeling. Bring that right foot forward, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, arms behind the back. Clasp, open up the heart. And then as you exhale, release the hands. Rock the hips back. Inhale, the arms come up. Come back to kneeling. Exhale, back down, glutes to heels. Hands to heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, tee out the arms. Left arm underneath right, Garandasana arms. Inhale, find a little bit of back bend. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bring the arms back down, shoulder height. Release the arms, come back up to kneeling. Left leg steps forward. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands behind the back, maybe goofy grip. Open up through the heart. Inhale. And as you exhale, release the clasp. Rock the hips back. Inhale. Bring the arms up, palms touch, come back to kneeling. Glutes back towards the heels, hands to heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, down through heart center, find tabletop. Nice and slow, tuck the toes under. Bring the knees to a little hover and then push through the knuckles of the hands, arms go straight, glutes towards the heels, and then Slowly straighten through the legs, finding down dog. Go ahead, pedal it out here. Bending one knee deeply, then the other. Maybe swaying the hips from side to side. Finding that rhythm of your breath. And then find some stillness in your down dog. Head is heavy, neck is soft. Maybe shaking out the head, yes, a couple times, maybe no. Allowing any extra thoughts to really drain out of the top of the head here. And then nice and slow. Inhale, take the gaze up. As you exhale, slowly walk the feet up towards your hands forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, maybe hands to the shin, heart forward, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine. It's okay to keep the knees bent. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees a lot. We're going to roll up the vertebrae one at a time. Coming up to Tadasana, shoulders come up by the ears. Relax them down. Arms sweep out and up, palms touch. Above. Exhale down through heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees a lot as you swan dive down, hinging at the hips. For Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, fold. Go ahead, take the feet like hip width apart or maybe a little bit wider. Go ahead, bend the knees here. The right hand is going to come right underneath the nose. Lengthen through the spine. Draw the left elbow up and then straighten through the arm. Then we're going to bring that left arm down again. Right underneath the nose, lengthen the spine forward, inhale. Draw the right elbow up and then the fingertips towards the sky. A little bit of a twist. Then bring it down. Right hand plants, inhale, lengthen the spine. Left elbow up, fingertips to the sky. Bring it back down. Left hand plants. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Right elbow up to the sky. And then the fingertips up to the sky. You can bring the gaze up if you'd like. So let's do one more each side. You can keep knees bent the whole time if you would like. Bring it down. We'll do one more each side here. Whichever side you're doing first. Just make sure you're even. Make sure you're breathing. And then nice and slow. End in a forward fold here. So we're going to hold this forward fold a little bit longer. So bend the knees quite a bit. Really drape the belly over the thighs and then let the crown of the head gravitate towards the earth. We're going to grab opposite elbows here, allowing gravity just to pull the upper body down. You can even grab your elbows and gently pull the upper arm bones down towards the earth. And then if you want, you can add a little sway side to side. If you need to take your feet a little wider, you can take them a little wider if you would like. Staying smooth with the breath. So maybe remembering that count for the inhale, maybe to a 4. And then releasing that exhale just a breath or two longer. Maybe to the count of 5 or 6. Go ahead, switch whichever forearm is in front. Grab each elbow, gently pull down, allowing gravity to help us really in this forward fold. Again, bend the knees a little bit here. Think of the sits bones high. Maybe adding that sway side to side or maybe finding stillness. And then nice and slow, release the arms. Very slowly, inhale, halfway lift, heart forward, activate that belly. Exhale, hands to the ground, step back to tabletop. Inhale, cow. Belly drops, heart opens, maybe chin lifts. Exhale, back to child's pose. Forehead to earth, glutes to heels, knees as wide as you'd like. Nice and slow, inhale, bring it back up, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right heel reaches high to the sky. Heel to glute, open it up. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, gently draw that right knee through. Set the right foot between the hands. Coming up, crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, sink in. So right hip back, left hip forward. Breathe, inhale. Nice little easy twist. So right arm to the back, left arm forward. Option to draw the gaze back to inhale, come back up through crescent. Exhale, nice easy twist. Inhale. We're going to do one more. Exhale. And then this one, inhale, come back up to crescent. Open up to warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Reach the fingertips long. Gaze over the right fingertips. Relax the shoulders down. One more breath. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, flip the right palm up, reverse. Think of the front shin moving forward. Then nice and slow coming up through extended side angle. So right forearm to the thigh. We don't need to go too deep here. Left arm up, maybe gaze down or up. Then nice and slow, left hand's gonna come down. Walk yourself towards the left, wide-legged forward fold. Halfway lift here. Inhale, exhale, fold. Maybe walking those hands back behind you. One more breath, big inhale. And exhale. Nice and slow. Walk yourself back towards the top of your mat. Find plank pose. Drop to the knees. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, child's pose. One more breath here. Nice and slow. Inhale, come back up. Tabletop, tuck the toes under, come into that down dog. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, heel to glute. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, draw that knee through the arm, set the foot through nice and slow. Coming up, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, maybe sink a little deeper. Left hip back, right hip forward. Elongate the side bodies. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, find that open twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This one opening up to Vera 2. So inhale through crescent. Exhale, open up Vera 2. Heel to arch alignment, making sure the shoulders and hips are aligned. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. Flip the left palm up. Inhale, reverse. Coming through extended side angle. Left forearm to that thigh, right fingertips high. Gaze up or down. And then nice and slow, right hand comes down. Then walk yourself to the right side, toes to the right. Inhale, halfway lift for wide-legged forward fold. Big breath in. Can bend the knees here, big breath out. Inhale, come up halfway. Walk yourself back to the front. This time, right leg's gonna come up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Take the feet a little bit wider, mat width apart, toes out, heels in, and work your way into Malasana squat here. So maybe just easing your way in, shifting the hips from one side to the other. We're gonna find Malasana squat here, garland pose. So really reach the sits bones towards the earth. Hands can come to prayer if you would like. If you need a little bit more support, you can take a block or maybe stack a couple of pillows and sit on a block or your pillows. Breathe here. One more breath. So good for the lower back, finding more space in the spine. And then nice and slow, however you want to get there, we're going to come to our seat. So maybe just walk one hand behind you, coming into a seat. I'm going to face you, but you can keep facing the front of your mat. We're going to bring that left heel in. Then we're going to bring our right leg up to our chest. So I'm going to wrap my leg in, so my foot inside the eye of the left elbow, my knee inside the eye of the right. And I'm just going to kind of hold it in. I'm going to flex just gently both feet. So the toes are pointing up and back. And I'm going to find this rocking side to side motion, just kind of gently getting into that hip. Breathe. And then nice and slow, we're going to release that leg down, and we're just going to switch out the legs. So just kind of like an easy seat, but then you're going to grab that opposite leg. So mine's the left, foot in the eye of the elbow, and then the knee in the eye of the elbow of the right. You can even interlace your fingers if you want here. And then making sure that you're sitting up tall, and then adding that swaying side to side, and breathing. Trying to find that ease of the breath. And the softness, not only through the body, but the mind and the breath, and even your face. Nice and slow, release that leg down. So go ahead, however you want to get there, I want you to find child's pose. So you can take the knees as wide as you need, walking the arms forward, forehead to earth, or you can bring a block in, or maybe fold up a blanket if you want a little bit more support for the head. Maybe forehead to that blanket. And breathe. So really settling in here. Coming into that fascia release, the yin. Relaxing into it. So you want to find anywhere between 50 to 70%, 60% of your stretch or your experience or your sensation. And then wherever that is, just settle in and breathe. Maybe noticing the breath a little bit more on the inhales as it grazes the top of the thighs. Releasing a little bit more on the exhales, feeling that belly just kind of pull away from the thighs, drawing to the back body. Stay here for a couple more soothing breaths. then nice and slow, we're going to ease ourselves up. Coming up to that tabletop. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring that right leg forward, coming into more of that lizard or dragon pose. So if you have a blanket, you can use your blanket in front of you if you would like. So our foot is to the outside of that right hand. So our hands are to the inside of that leg. I'm sinking the hips forward so I can stay up on my hands if I would like. Or if you want a little bit more of a sensation, not too much, you can come down to the forearms. If you need a little bit more support, you can bring your pillow or pillows or blanket or blankets into it and maybe rest your forearms here. Allow the shoulders to draw away from the ears. Maybe the head just lays heavy, neck soft. Or maybe you keep a little bit more neutral neck, drawing the gaze slightly towards the hands. And really breathing here into the hips. Finding that stillness. That comfortable awareness. For some of us, this might become super uncomfortable. But allow yourself to settle, to breathe into the sensation, and find a sense of softness. We'll be here, one more breath. And then nice and slow, we're going to come back up either to our hands. We're going to roll on to that pinky edge of the right foot. If you want to kind of heel toe that right foot over to the corner a little bit more, you sure can. But then roll over onto the pinky edge and then use your right hand to push open that right knee. Again, the hips are still slightly sinking forward. You can come down to that left forearm and do the same thing here. With props or no props. Breathe. Again, you can let the head just kind of hang if you would like. Breathe. So this might become a little bit more of a sensation for some of us. So again, allowing yourself to slow down the breath, keeping that rhythm nice and smooth. And then maybe bring in some gratitude, whether that's gratitude for the day that you had, gratitude for being on your mat, finding some self-care, whatever that might be. One more breath here. Nice and slow, come back towards center. Ease the hips slightly back. And we're going to draw that right knee back to more of a tabletop position and just switching sides. So the left foot comes, if you want to use your props, you can, maybe not. Left foot to the outside of that left hand, sinking the hips forward. Breathe here. Again, you can stay on your hands. You can come down to the forearms. You can use your props, blanket, bolster. Finding your comfortable edge. And breathing. the space between the eyes to stay soft, to stay relaxed. And then nice and slow, we're going to just heel toe that left foot out a little bit. If you need to come back up on the hands, you sure can. Left hand eases that left knee open. So I'm rolling onto that pinky edge of that left foot, gently opening up that left hip a little bit more. Again, you can stay on that right hand, or you can come down to that right forearm if you would like. You can allow the head to be heavy if that feels nice. You can close the eyes. And just surrender into this shape. And allow yourself to stay, as the mind might be saying, get out of this pose, this shape, for it might be getting a little uncomfortable. Allow yourself to add more breath to that sensation and to clear out the mind, or to quiet the mind, by noticing the breath a little bit more. One more here. Nice and slow, ease yourself back up to your hands. If you're not already, slightly shift the hips back. Left leg comes back to that tabletop. Come back sitting on your heels and just notice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back forward. So I'm going to face you for this one, but you can stay facing where you are. So we're going to come into frog pose. You might want to grab a couple pillows, one or two if you have them. So from tabletop position, we're going to walk the right knee out a little bit more than the left. Now, if you need a little bit more padding under the knees, because this can be a lot of pressure onto the knees, and it might just be uncomfortable depending on what kind of floor you're on, you can fold up your mat a couple times, or put a blanket underneath the knees, just to add a little bit more cushion, because that might feel a little bit better. So we're going to walk the knees out wide. Think of that thigh bone, that femur coming straight out from the hip, and then the shin coming straight down from the knees. So like these 90-degree angles here. So you might stay up on your hands here, melting the hips down. So making sure that I'm not leaning forward. So I'll show you from the side view. So making sure that my hips aren't coming forward from my knees. Making sure that they're just kind of in line with the knees. And then gently trying to open up through the inner seam, the hips. And then if it's okay for you, you can come down to the forearms. If you have a couple pillows, you can bring your forearms to the pillow, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Trying to open up the legs a little bit more with ease to that comfortable space. And breathe here in frog pose. And for some of us, we might not even be down as far. We might be up a little bit more, and that's okay. Finding your comfortable edge. Find that inhale maybe for the count of 4. And maybe releasing the exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying here for a couple more breaths. Maybe drawing your focus to the mind's eye and finding more gratitude again for this body that we are in, for this breath that alivens our body. And then nice and slow. There's no simple way of getting out of this. Just try to come up to your hands and gently from one knee to the other, slowly, nice and slowly, move it back in. Finding that tabletop position. And then come back sitting onto your heels and just take a breath here to notice. Big inhale. And exhale. And then nice and slow. We're going to come to our seat. And we're going to find shoelace pose. So there's a couple options here. So you can extend the left leg long. And then tightly cross the right leg over the left. So almost the knees are in line with one another. And then we're going to fold down here. So that's half shoelace. If you want to do the full variation, you're going to tuck that left leg behind you. And then we're going to fold down this way. So again, you might even stay upright with the fingertips on the ground. Maybe you're folding down to a bolster or a pillow on your knee, maybe having the forehead rest on your knee, maybe bringing the arms on the pillow. So just finding that comfortable edge again. Again, you can take the half variation and breathing here. So it's okay to round through the spine here. Not going to stay in this one as long. So your right leg should be on top. Try to still stay settled through the sits bones so the hips are nice and even. One more breath here. And then nice and slow, we're going to bring ourselves back up. And we're going to switch out the legs. So right leg's either going to go long, tight cross with that left leg on top so the knees are right in line. And we're going to round down this way, grounding down through both hips. Otherwise, that right leg can tuck behind, kind of like Gomukhasana legs. And then we're going to round down. So if you need a little bit more of a sensation, you can bring the shin bones out a little bit towards the front of your mat. Maybe even stacking 2 fists on the knee so the forehead has somewhere to go. Maybe the fingertips on the earth, letting the head be heavy. Breathe. One more breath here. And nice and slow. Slowly draw yourself up. Release the cross of the legs. We're going to come into that Baddha Konasana shape, so that diamond shape or butterfly shape with the legs. Making sure the feet are scooched out a little bit more so our heels aren't close in. So more of that diamond shape. Grabbing your bolster, a couple pillows, yoga pillow, stacking them up onto the feet, and then slowly hinging at the hips, rolling down. And then so however high your bolsters are, or your blankets or your pillows, that's totally fine. But then just allow one side of the face to fall gently on the support. Now if you have blocks and this is a lot for the hips opening up, you can stick blocks underneath the knees if you need to, or some pillows. Or maybe you don't even fold down that much and maybe you're just rounding through the spine, maybe tucking the chin a little bit and staying there. Finding the softness and connecting with the breath. Close the eyes. If you want, you can switch the side of your face now, just to give the neck a little bit of a stretch on each side. Knowing that there's nowhere to go anymore, nothing to do, but to rest, to reset, to let go. One more breath here. Nice and slow, wherever you're at, ease yourself up. And move the props to the side. So I'm hoping that maybe you're by a wall, or maybe you can scooch close to a wall. We're going to do Vipariti Karni, legs up the wall. If you don't have a wall nearby you, that's okay. I'll show you an option without that. But if you do have a wall, scoot up close to the wall. I'm going to move my left hip really close to the wall. And then I'm going to scooch my legs up the wall. And I'm just going to pause here for a second. I'm going to allow the knees to kind of go to the right, to the left, to the right, and to the left. And then I'm going to slowly walk my legs up the wall. So you can scoot as close as you want to the wall. If it's really tight for your hamstrings, you can bend the knees a little bit. For those of you that might be expecting, allow yourself to use the bolster and even maybe a couple pillows or a couple blocks underneath the bolster, so you are a little bit, you're elevated. Your heart is elevated from the pelvis, and then go ahead, bring your legs up. Those of you that do not have a wall, you could stick a couple pillows or a bolster just right underneath the hips, like so, and bringing one leg up, then the other leg, relax the arms down. So whichever variation you are in, using the props or no props, allow yourself to close your eyes, softening through the face, through the whole body. Option to place the hands on the belly if that is comfortable for you, is soothing. You can even draw the arms overhead, maybe grabbing opposite elbows if that is soothing for you, or just keeping them down by the sides, palms facing up. But go ahead, take a little bit more space. Allow the chin just to draw down just slightly. And we're going to take a big breath together. So big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Another one just like that. Big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Allow the tongue to fall from the roof of the mouth. Allow yourself to notice the breath. So as you inhale, the belly fills up. The rib cage expands in the front body and the back body. And on that releasing exhale, everything is moving back towards the spine, towards the earth. As you completely let go, release and relax. So I want you to imagine the sun, maybe on your inhales, breathing in this warmth, this light through the feet, filling up the body as it moves down the legs, into the pelvis, the abdomen, up to the heart, down each arm, and back up to and through the crown of the head. This filling up with warmth, space, and ease. Allowing it to wash away anything else that's left over from the day. So I invite you to stay here as long as you need, as long as it's calling for you. I want to thank you for joining me this evening for a little self-care, a little reset, relaxation for the mind, body, and self. I hope to see you again soon. Have a beautiful night's sleep and a great start to your week. Namaste.